ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette here with the monthly readings for December. And as promised, I said once I pass that 6,000 mark, I will raise my wine glass with you and I will drink and toast to us all. Thank you so much for your support. Now let's start those December readings. Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and I have my tarot here for you, Scorpio, for the month of December. And I remember that last, the November video talked about major heartbreak and change for you, but it didn't change your style no matter what had happened. And you excuse me, I remember clearly that we were saying there was a moment to rejoice, but you were not rejoicing. You know, you were very, very sad. I remember that there was a very sad tone to that month for you. There was a man and a woman in the reading, I remember, and but they were not looking at each other in the cards. And I remember saying that you needed to look for innocence within. Let's see if these cards can give us any more information. Or there you go, the Seven of Pentacles. Putting those pentacles in your pocket. Let me put that off to the side here. And I'm going to open a diamond spread. One at the top, 2, and then 3. And then 2, and then 1. Well, it looks like the horn is tooting for you too. This month. It looks like the horn is tooting for you again this month. We have that. We have right at the top, we've got this Judgment card. But it's looking much better. It's looking much better. At least so far, it looks much better. Interesting. You know, maybe we could say a few more things. It looks nice. It looks nice, at least so far. Let me be quiet. I think you're blessed this month. Okay, now. Okay, I think we can wing it, Scorpio. I think we can wing it, Scorpio. There's still a little bit of matter. All right, I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Okay, so we came out with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles tells us, you know, we're making headway. You know, we're putting things in our pocket, bringing those coins in our pocket. Now, the first card is this Judgment card. All right, so it's a month that is probably, I would like to say, the most important month of the year for you this year. This is what I'm hearing. And right next to that, on either side, just hold my finger. I lost my nail from breaking the finger, and it bothers me when I touch. This is the Queen of Wands, and it's a fire energy. It is also a person for you. We'll see how that plays out with the Vera Sibilla. We have now the Page of Pentacles. Ta-da! All right, there you go. People have been saying, I can't see, I can't see. Well, I put a light. I put a big light here. Then the Sun. We've got the beautiful Sun across the middle. The Sun. Now, this time, look at this. We've got this Two of Pentacles. Remember I just said in November, the two people were not looking at each other. Now, lo and behold, they are two looking in two different directions. Isn't that interesting? But they are closer in some way. They are closer in some way. They're almost touching. So it is my contention that those people in November are in some way closer. If not touching, they're on a different plane, but coming together. Odd, odd, odd. Very, very interesting. Then we have this beautiful Six of Cups. Again, you know, this is the energy of the past. This is someone you do know in the past. And look, We have the Fool. It's a brand new day. You know, I'm seeing it's a brand new day for you. This is great. I was so worried. I was so worried because I didn't want to get that negative energy again. I didn't want to feel that, you know, that sadness. I don't see the sadness. The Hierophant, you're definitely looking at a different plane, and you're definitely reasoning on a different plane. We're talking about, you know, we're talking about the fourth, fifth dimension here. We're talking about the fifth dimension. We're talking about the fifth dimension where you're reasoning. I'm seeing the Queen of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. You're reasoning on a different plane, as if you're thinking, well, this person is important for me in my life. If I cannot be with them, let me think about how we relate. And you're going into a fifth dimension and seeing what it is that has brought you together, or that keeps you, you know, oddly enough, that keeps you together, close, but not seeing each other. And then we have this, look, the Ace of Wands. It's you know, the things are moving. It's great. This seems like it almost as if, you know, I would like to say it, but I can't because I don't know. The Scorpios are pretty unpredictable. You're pretty unpredictable, but and just when you become you come very, very close to an element of your choice, when you come close to your object of desire, you recoil. And this is very common for you in all of my readings with Scorpios. And the Ace of Wands, though, as an exit card, is telling me that you're going places, you know, you're moving. And down the center, if I have to read it this way, there's a lot to say here today, so bear with me. Down the center there is the Judgment card, that Two of Pentacles, which generally does speak to change and alternating sessions, alternating energies, alternating highs and lows and high and low. And it seems to be that perhaps the December for you may be on an all-time high. But remember, you know, those are alternating. It's a dynamic equilibrium that we experience in life. So everyone, you know, changes constantly. There's a flux. But you're moving, you're acting, you're reacting. You know, this is excellent. Good for you. Good for you. Hurrah. Very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, let me take some more. All right, there's the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles tells it about this spread, because it's relating to this spread. It's talking about how you are slowly but surely learning from all of the other events that have occurred, and how you're slowly but surely, because it is a sure forward movement, that you're at least, I don't know if it will happen in this lifetime, but what I'm seeing is that slowly but surely you are poised to move on to your path, and knowing it. You're putting light down your path. You know, you're sort of carrying an inner flame. This is you see the sun behind you, and also there is the sun here. There's a flame there that that is guiding you some way, and you're going. And you know, this is telling me that you are very preoccupied with your earnings and your activity that is uppermost in your thoughts. But you know, at the same time, I say uppermost in your thoughts, but what do we have? We've got this Two of Pentacles. This is the focus of the entire month. It is as if you have a one-track mind. Of course you have to eat, of course you have to pay your bills, and of course you have to move society along because you're workers at a social level, and you really do side you tend to side with people who have difficulties, and because for many of you, for most of you, this is my experience in the readings that I've had. Again, my experience with Scorpio souls is that you tend to gravitate towards the darker side, and in this respect, this may be an area of your life that is now on the dark side, but you're carrying it with you. It's interesting that, but you are guided by light. And I haven't seen that for a long time in the Scorpio readings. I like this. I like this very much. And the light is behind you when you're talking about everyday business. All right, now, there's a lot more here. There's a lot more. You remember that the Six of Pentacles came out. Now, although I said it's a water energy, sure, and although I said it is a past person from your past, it is. But what I'm seeing now, what I'm hearing actually, is that it's a past energy. It's an energy of the past. How you, I would like to use the word conducted your business, how you have acted in your relationships with others. It's not coming to haunt you. What it is you're reminded of all. It's as if you're doing a year in review. Okay, it is December, and you are thinking about the past relationships. This is what it is. Okay, this is it's you looking back at all of the people in your life, how they came in, how they came out. But you look at these three cards, you're doing it at a different level. You're doing it at a different level. Right? We have this Page of Pentacles. This is, again, from the Page of Pentacles here, it was here, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the Fool. You've had an offer, all right? You've had an offer, and it most likely, from what I'm getting, and we'll use the Vera Sibilla, it is in the realm of your activity, and it's going to, but it's linked to this relationship, it's linked to this person in some way that I cannot discern now, but I'm going to take a look at that, and the Fool card. So, as I was saying, you have this offer, and for some reason, the offer is taking you to a place where, let me go like that, that's right in the light. It's taking you into a place where you're reviewing all of your relationships from the past and seeing how you acted. Now, you have nothing to forgive yourselves. This is, I'm thinking about how the Scorpio thinks in terms of how I know them, because this is how I've interacted with them through my readings. You don't feel like there's anything that you're at fault for. You don't have anything to be pardoned for. This is your stance, and you truly are looking at a higher plane. You're reasoning in a fifth dimension, and you really look for truth. You look for your own truth, and you're constantly looking for that truth. And this month for you, that slight little pain perhaps may be you looking at the past and trying to learn from the past. Very interesting. This is hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. That sadness last month was so, so sad. We've got a different month this time. Now I'm going to go with the Vera Sibilla and see what they can tell us about these, some of these cards. We'll do this one at a time. I'd like to start with that Six of Pentacles to see if that is, as I said, it was an offer. I'm going to take this ring off. Look at that. Now, we have the my computer is mirroring. There you go. It is a reunion meeting. We have the fidelity, and this nostalgia. Now, this is anyone's guess in terms of will you Will you be meeting that person? What is true, let's say, in inverted commas, is that you're still very, very linked to that person. Chances are you'll never, remove yourself from that person. And in terms of meeting that person, what the cards are telling me is that there is that sadness there. You're looking to the past. It's as if you're looking to the past with that person, and or maybe, that melancholy, that feeling of sadness, a bit of sadness. It may have to, it's looking to the past, so it could very well likely pertain to the month that is has just passed, November. And what I'm seeing here is that you're going to be questioning yourself, right? This was an offer. I'm saying an offer in terms of you were given an offer linked to that person. Perhaps you were asked to see them. They contacted you to see them, but for some reason you didn't see them. And this is, that is that touch of melancholy. I have to take this. Okay. All right, I can get that. I can work better if I take the cotton off. All right, now. What do I have here? Neapolitan's over those three. Okay, yes, there was a time. Yeah, all right. All right, yeah, there is. If you have anything to forgive yourself for, it is that there needs to be, or there has needed, you did need to clear the air in the emotions that you have with this person. And that did not come. That was not forthcoming. And so that is the reason that you're still looking in different directions, but you are closer. But it's telling me that there's going to be a new beginning, Let's see. Well, what is this new beginning about? Well, a lot of people here. This new beginning, what do we have? We've got this computer is giving me mirror images, so I never know how to turn the cards. So what I'm seeing is the male enemy, the serviceman, the military, and the Gran Signore. Now, what do we have here? It's as if you're thinking that there is a male intruder in the story, and that you are not sure whether this information is going to come up. It's something that you don't know, and that has come over the Fool card. And what it's telling me is that this seems to be an impediment for you to start something. And let me see if the Neapolitan cards can give me some kind of okay, they're saying to me that there will be you arising from your ashes. That is the counsel the cards are telling me. And the ace, the page of swords is the card of coming in and clearing the air, and the Page of Wands. Now we have 3 pages. I mean, this is Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. What we need is the Page of Cups, and we're 4, we've got all the pages, and the pages bring new things in, bring new messages in, talk, proposals, saying things. This is interesting, and it's over the Fool card. It looks like, and it's right next to the Ace of Pentacles here, the Ace of Wands here, Scorpio. It looks like you are going to be moving with a person, really starting to walk towards this person. Interesting, and I do wish you the best. I do wish you the best. I'm going to take the Sibilla on this Queen of Wands, who I initially thought to be a fire sign, a person in your life. And what do I see? I see the male lover, the Viaggio, moving, going toward, and the priest, sacerdote, who is, in this position, I'm seeing the sacerdote as being just that, the priest-like figure. A professional who has a sort of representation in society of being a person you can talk to about your negative wrongdoing, let's say your wrongdoings, as if you would need to confess something. But it's also a person who does not give of themselves. And so, this is remember that if you approach someone and you ask, you need to also give. It's an exchange, but it's definitely moving toward that person. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, I do wish you well. And I keep saying, I wish you well, wish you well, wish you well. And what am I seeing here is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and this odd, and this is worrisome. I'll talk about that later. The Three of Pentacles, you're moving toward, it's a three, you're moving towards that person, and you have had a relationship with this person, and it has reached a strong level of spirituality, and you do communicate on a spiritual plane. That's undoubtedly, this is true. It's at a lull now. It is at a lull because perhaps you're not seeing each other. And this is the card that is worrisome. It is a moving card, but it's an erratically moving card. This is the Knight of Wands. Typically in the tarot deck, it's a knight that burns itself out. But this knight in the Neapolitan cards, as you can see, the knight is looking one way, the horse is looking another way, and they are not sure that they'll reach destination. We'll find out about that, you Scorpio people. You're going to have to give me some feedback with that. I'm going to go now to the, let's see, this Ace of, well, no, before the Ace, let's go to the Seven of Pentacles, the first card that fell out. Wow, wow, wow. There's a wow and a stop. Okay, we have the card of fortune, great fortunes, wonderful, and the Merchant card. This augurs very well for your activity. Very, very well. And there's that green-eyed monster, the jealousy. But in these two, paired with these other two cards, it doesn't talk about jealousy per se with another person, towards another person, a love of some sort. This talks about difficulties that you have had in the activity, and how it's moving towards year's end, to a very lovely place. Again, good luck to you. Now we have the Neapolitans on that. All right, now there's, it's very interesting how the cards come out. Two very positive and one destabilizing. So it seems that there's a little bit of indecision of the whole month, and I can see that. But remember, you're graced. You're graced, and it is the grace with the Hierophant and the action card. What do we've got here? We've got the Six of Swords, and you are really moving. You are really moving, and it's going to an excellent place. This is the seven, the last of the pips in this deck. Very lucky, and your year's end, very lucky. Now this Five of Wands is a Five of Wands that is sort of, it's not a, how can I say, it's almost, it doesn't do much harm. It feeds off of the cards next to it. And, but it's sort of like a warning. Okay, just remember that things can go wrong. Just remember that things can go wrong. Just remember that things can go wrong. Do stay on track and follow that light. Go towards that arrow there and follow your light. Just keep following your light, Scorpio. I'm very, very pleased the sadness is behind you now and you're moving. I feel a great energy here. I'm very happy for you, Scorpio. Namaste, my friends. And thank you for all of your support. Bye-bye.